everybody, this is Rolanda Sumner, and I am the CEO and founder of Life After Service Transitional Coaching and the creator of Business Launch Prep School. And today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of integrating your personal values into your business. Okay, so if you've noticed, businesses or companies like ChickFilA, Etsy, and the list goes on, they've taken the core values of the owners and integrated it into the company. And you could feel those values through customer service. You could feel those values in action through everything that they do with their brand. The reason you want to incorporate your personal values into your business is because it's your business. And everything that your business stands for will stem from your values. Your target audience will be attracted to your brand because of the way you execute your values. Your values match their values, or vice versa, and therefore they'll be interested in learning more about you. You also want to integrate your values into your business because you don't want to create a job. You don't want to create an institution or an organization that feels like work. Part of feeling like work is working off of someone else's values, doing something that somebody else says is important. The beauty of having your own company is so that you can focus on what you think is important for your clients in a way that feels authentic to you. So how do you incorporate your values into your business? One, you have to identify your values. So there's a multitude of different values assessments out there in the market. But at the end of the day, you need to identify your own values. And you don't need to you need to find the top primary ones that come up time and time and time again. And then once you identify your core values, then you need to start creating a value statement for your business. Now, they don't have to be exactly those values. They can be adjacent to those values. They're very close. And that's how you create your value statement. You take your values, find some that would work, that are adjacent or very close to your personal values, and then you integrate those into your business. This keeps you in line with your brand and your purpose, because for every opportunity that comes by, you get to sit down and think, are these in line with the values I set out for my company? Do they honor my personal values? And if they don't, is it worth it for me to even participate? Okay. What happens is, as adults, we're used to working for other people. And we're used to adopting the values of the organizations for which we work. This is especially true if you served in the armed forces for any length of time. You inhabit their values. So when you separate yourself from the traditional 9-to-5 and build your own company, the idea of using your values for your company feels foreign. Instead, what you might do is look for values that other companies have, or what you think your company should have. And instead, you need to look at your personal values, because you are the company until you become irrelevant. You are the company. And then integrate those values into your business. Make those values or a similar value values for your business. Having sound values for your business helps you stay constant, helps you stay on brand. It helps you remember what your clients love about your organization. Hi, Sandra. You guys, this is Sandra Hardy. She's absolutely amazing, and she is the CEO and founder of Boots to Business. Um, yes, I'm going to interview her in a few weeks, and I can't wait to introduce you guys to her. But it's important that you integrate your values into your business. It is your compass, it is your business's compass. And because they're your values, it will be easier for you to have your business aligned to your vision because they're close to you. Just like your business is close to you, it's your baby. It's your baby. So at the end of the day, you need to identify what's important to you. Take some time, see a coach, journal about it, and find out what are those common themes that always come up for you. Like ever since you were a kid, these themes keep coming up. For me, the theme of autonomy, or basically having control over the decisions I make, have always come up. I was a little bit rebellious when I was little because I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and that didn't go away. Even in the military, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Freedom, having time freedom, financial freedom, freedom to do whatever I want, has always been a constant for me. I was at my most happiest when I was able to do what I want, spend what I want, be where I want, have fun the way I want. Freedom. Loyalty to me is important. So sit down and do an assessment. Figure out what values are important to you. Okay. There is an assessment called a PVA assessment, and let me look it up. I'm going to put the link in. I'm going to put the link in the comments so that you are able to take the assessment. And it's going to, you might say, well, I've taken tons of assessments and they never come back the same. Don't worry about it. You'll pick out the values that mean the most to you. You'll pick out the values that mean the most to you. Okay. So Sandra said, definitely get your value compass in line. Yes. Get it in line. Because what's going to happen is you're going to follow values that you think an organization should have, and it's not going to feel right. And you're always going to be a little bit off kilter. You're going to always run off of those values somehow. You're not going to follow them perfectly. But if they're your values and you have a compass, guess what? You can't go wrong. Instinctually, you will follow those values. It'll be easier for you to have a gut check. It'll be easier for you to sit down and say, you know what? Does this even feel right? Why doesn't it feel right? Oh, you know what? It's not in line with the values I set for my life, and it's not in line with the values that I set for my company. So guess what? We're just not going to do it. Just because somebody gives you an opportunity doesn't mean you have to accept it. You can say no. This isn't the right opportunity for me. You don't have to accept it. So one of the things you want to do in establishing your value statement for your business is, after you have identified your personal values and like values for your business, you want to sit down and make statements out of each value. Now you can make it an acronym. You can make a list of bullet statements that represent the values, the single values that you have. But at the end of the day, the value statements that you use need to be in line with the values you've chosen for business. They need to be in line. What helps is if you're able to look at each statement and point to the value that you set for it. And your value statement should be easy. It doesn't have to be long, drawn out, complicated with 110 bullets. You can start off with just 5. It doesn't have to be in depth. And it can change. You can tweak it along the way. You don't have to have paragraphs and complicated values. As a matter of fact, the simpler the better, because you need to think on day one, is this something that my future employees or future contractors can remember and utilize and execute and behave in that manner? Or is it too complicated? Goodwill has a value system called the CARES. Now, I don't remember all of the words. I don't remember the whole acronym, what it breaks down to, but they have CARES values. And what it breaks down to is treating your customers and coworkers as if you would treat yourself, being empathetic, being loving, and they will bring it up every chance they get. That's not in line with the CARES values. Or you know what? That embodies the CARES values. In the Army, we have the 7 Army values. And guess what? You can walk around, post it anywhere, and somebody will point out a value that you're violating or that you're embodying. You want values so easy for your employees to remember that it is easy for them to share the values with other employees. It's easy for them to identify when there is a value violation, or when somebody is embodying those values. You want to reward that. You want to share that with other people. You want to make it so that your customers feel the values. So if you mention your value system, they're like, you know what? I feel that. Yep, I totally agree. That is what they're about. I don't know Chick-fil-A's values off the top of my head, but I will tell you that when I read them and I noticed their customer service, everything they do is right in line with their values, regardless if you like it or not. Regardless if you're like, look, I don't believe in it, they're too conservative. Their values are in everything they do. How they speak to people, how they serve people, how they treat their employees, what they offer their employees. That's what you want to have. You want a value system that is so tight that when it's mentioned, your clients, your customers, and there is a difference, your leads, your vendors, all stakeholders are like, yep, they follow their values. I can see it in everything they do. When you use values in your business and you're consistent, it gives your organization credibility. People believe what you're saying. They believe what you're doing. They believe in what you're about. And that's important. You want all stakeholders, anybody who's seeing you, you want them to believe in your vision. Even if they're like, look, I don't like it, but I believe they believe in it. I see everything they do is ingrained in the thread of the organization. I see it. That's what you want. You want people who work with you to be able to look. Good morning, Facebook user. You want people, whoever is watching you, whoever is, watching your brand or what have you, you want them to, at a glance, see what you're about. So today, what I want you to do is I want you to sit down and get acquainted with your values. I don't care if you took 100 assessments and they all came back with something slightly different or very different. You're going to choose the top 5 values that keep coming up in every single assessment. What are the things that keep coming up? What are the values that keep coming up? Because there are different levels of values. You have your primary values. These are the values that they're a part of the thread of who you are. They never change. You got situational values, that depending on the situation, this is what you choose to value. There's several levels of values. You're going to look for the values that always come up on assessments. There should be 3 to 5 that no matter what you do, they're popping up. Those are the values you want to stick to. Those are the values you want to integrate into your business. So once you find out what those values are, your next step is to journal about it. Why are these values important to you? Why would they be important to your business? Why would it be important for your client? Why would it be important for your customer? Why would it be important for your employees or your subcontractors, your vendors, or any other stakeholder? Why would it be important to them? And then after that, you want to either create a value statement based off of all of that information, or you want to find values that are adjacent or very close to your core values. Because sometimes your core values may not fit your organization exactly or precisely, like maybe the wording is wrong, or it doesn't have the perfect feeling. So it's okay to find values that are adjacent or very close to your core values. Once you find those values, you're going to apply them to your business by creating value statements. Again, it can be an acronym, it can be bullet statements, it could be a paragraph. At the end of the day, it needs to be simple, and it needs to be, you need to be able to execute it in whatever you do in your business. Keep it simple. We don't need to have anything long drawn out. You don't need to have like big words in it. People shouldn't look at it and feel the need to get a thesaurus out. They don't need an encyclopedia. You don't need to do like college research on it. It needs to be simple. Simple. So that is my lesson for today. Tomorrow, we're going to speak to Jay Renee. She is a client and a student of Business Launch Prep School, and she's going to talk to us about her business journey to AHA. She's going to talk to us about her new program that is specifically for millennials who are looking to reach milestones. She's going to tell us about her journey and how we can find her. She's a certified trained coach. And guess what? She is ready to serve you at a high level. We're going to talk to her tomorrow. In the meantime, make sure that you visit tinyurl.com/BLPS2021. I say it again, tinyurl.com/BLPS2021. That is the site for Business Launch Prep School. And this program is specifically for new startups, new women coaches. They're newly certified, and their coaching practices are less than a year old, and they need help. You need help. You want to know how to stand up your coaching business and make some money, not undercharge, or eliminate pro bono if you choose to. This is the program for you. Thank you for joining in, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.